So Baroque architecture is proposing for the too much of informations. So in the UX UI design concept, we have a very limited space. So if you are going to proposing too many information, something like the Baroque architecture style, what will happen? User may get distracted. Hello all, I am Rambal from Aspera. Happy to see you again. So first I am going to talk about the history of minimalism. In the 16th century, Europeans, what they have done, they have derived one architecture style. It's called Baroque. For example, if you are visiting to any of the church height is too high. And the inside also, they have the huge elevation and they have a lot of pillars. In that pillars, they have a lot of nuances and too many informations oriented structures they have. It's all masterpieces, I do agree. They have a very complex design systems and it's very cluttered manner. But why they are building this kind of a construction into that Baroque style? Fundamentally, the people whomever entering into the church, they have to understand God is a great Almighty. We all are the human being. We have to respect that. So that they have the huge elevated ceilings and they have the very super duper height of the church outside. So this is why the people they are constructing into the very big structures, they made it like that. So this is one side, this is called the Baroque architecture. So Baroque architecture is proposing for the too much of informations and too many details. But nobody can able to understand or they are going to see the information. Something similar in our culture, in the Dravidian architecture also similar. We are also having the Gopuram in the outside of the temples. There also there is too many statues, too many informations. So they are adding a lot of informations, the pieces, these are all the art pieces. So they have a lot of information. So this is one part or one point of time they have the things. So and the second thing is they have the lot of spaces. So they have to utilizing the spaces. So exactly opposite is Zen Buddhism is offering a altogether opposite or the very contrast concept, the concept name called minimalism. So it came from the Japanese, so you know Japan. So Japan is a very tiny island countries. So couple of islands are there and they have a very constraint of the space. So they have the small houses. In that small house, they have to live big. So how do they live? So they are practicing minimalism. So it's exactly opposite to the Baroque architecture. So minimalism is proposing for removing all the clutteredness. So removing the unwanted items, removing the non-usable things from their homes. So minimalism is basically, it practices the simple things, very clear things, very useful things, right? So if you are entering to any one of the traditional Japanese house who following the minimalism, they keep everything in one single place. The rest of the places, they keep it on empty. So the entire house is being empty. Only one single space alone, they keep all the things. The reason is the remaining space, they can utilizing it more. So the meanwhile, they are going to removing all the unwanted things from their daily life. So this is what the minimalism is proposing. So now, why we have to talk about in the UX UI design concept? So in the UX UI design concept, we have a very limited space. For example, if you are using the laptop, so the laptop sizes are not more than 13 inches or 15 inches. So the small size laptop. So if you are going to proposing too many information, something like the Baroque architecture style, what will happen? User may get distracted. In the past decade, it's been very popular. There is a smartphones. So everybody using the smartphone. What is the size for the smartphone? So height would be 6 inches, but what is the width of the smartphone? So width of the smartphone is not more than 3 inches. If you are planning for the design for the 6 inches by 3 inches, so you have only 18 square inches space only you have. So in that 18 square inches space, how many information you can able to accommodate? So it's not possible. So that if you are going to adding a lot of information on the small device like a smartphone or the small laptops or the iPads or the tablets, the people get distracted. So the focus is very laggy. And also, if you are focusing any one of the informations to be highlighted, that is also going to be missed out. For that reason only, UX and UI design, they are following the minimalism in their daily practices. So most of the functional application doesn't have the jazzy-buzzy graphical elements. They have the clean, minimal, crisp to the core to the content. So any user is visiting to the mobile phone, they are opening any mobile applications, they have to read the information and they have to perform the task. So both the things they have to do. They have to access the information, understand the information very clearly. That is the first objective. Second objective, based on that, they have to make a decision. So for example, I'm going to talk about the Swiggy. So if you are going to open the Swiggy mobile application, what is the purpose of the Swiggy application? You have to ordering the food. So food delivery at the doorstep. This is what they offer. As a user, what you have to do? You have to select the restaurant, select the food, and you have to making an order. That's it. So in that area, if you have too much of information in one single screen, can you able to making an order? Suppose, for example, if you have 100 items, hundreds and hundreds of informations there in the small mobile phone, in the Swiggy. So what do? You may not select the restaurant, you may not select the food items. So this is where the minimalism is playing the vital role. So now I'm going to talk about 5 importance of the minimalism in the UX and UI design concept. The first one is the clarity and focus. So as I said earlier, the user can be able to clearly access the informations and they can focus on their task. So this is the very bottom line thumb rule for the minimalism in the UX and UI design. So minimalism is helping the UX and UI designers to maintain this. The second thing is improved usability. So usability in the sense anybody can easily access the information. Easily they have to perform the task. So that is the usability in the UX and UI design terminology. So minimalism is encouraging the user to take that or accessing or using that application without having any hurdle. So if the mobile applications are having the 100-page document manual for reading that information, then it's going to be the problem. So if you are accessing any mobile application without having any help, that means it's a good usability. So minimalism insists the usability in the UX and UI design domain. Third important thing is enhanced accessibility. So when it comes to the accessibility, the contrast, the hierarchy, everything we have to maintain so that anybody can be able to access the informations and without having any confusion. Minimalism is encouraging the enhanced accessibility to the users. The fourth thing is improved engagements. So if you are following the minimalism principles into your UX and UI design, the users are more time they are spending into your mobile application. So it's encouraging the user to be stick on with your mobile apps. So this is called engagement. So for example, if you are visiting to Netflix mobile application or Netflix web application, right, or is a TV, right? So how much time you are spending on that? Reason is they are following the minimalism and you are sticking around that. So even though the content is not liked by you, right, but you are sticking around and you are finding the content which you like it when it compares to other OTT platforms. So this is where the minimalism is playing the vital role for the improved engagements. The last and final point is effortless branding. So you imagine the branding items, it is very sleek and very clean. Something like Nike. So they are using one small shoes effect, right? So that is a minimalism logo. But if you are implementing the same logo into the mobile application design with the limited colors, right? Not only the Nike, any logo with the minimalism aspects and that application also following the very minimalistic concepts. So for example, the colors, the usage of the colors, usage of the fonts. Then what will happen? Automatically the brand will be registered in the user's mind. So if you want to implement or if you want to register your brand into the user's mind, you have to use the minimalism, the concept. Now you got to understand the minimalism, where it came from and how it's been implementing on the UX and UI design. What are the 5 best things for the minimalism in the UX and UI design domain. And if you know any other points also, please let me know in the comment section. We can discuss on that. And if you like this topic and it will be useful for one of your friends, please share this video to them. And if you want to see these kind of topics very often, then subscribe our channel so that you will be receiving the videos immediately. Alright, so keep learning, keep explore. I will catch you soon with another interesting topic. Until then, bye-bye.